is beautiful because it helps us gain strength. People don't know how strong they are until they're faced with death, like loss of anything. I mean, a loss of a person can make somebody a lot stronger. A loss of a pet. I mean, like, even when your phone dies, like, people freak out. Like, I mean, just say, like, your phone's gonna be dead for, like, a week. You know, people learn how to get through life without it. So it's beautiful in the sense that it teaches everybody something.
Death is beautiful because it's celebrating when you're not here on this earth, because if you really think about it, when you go into heaven or whatever your religious beliefs are, you think of how beautiful it is that you just get to be in another part of the world and not necessarily just here on earth. Because
I think death can be beautiful because it can bring people together. Like if someone dies and they have a funeral, a lot of people reunite and that can bring other relationships. Also, I think death can be a beautiful thing for people who actually come to the realization that it is a thing, for people who actually acknowledge death. Once you don't fear death, you can do basically anything. And
so true.
For some people who are religious, you may go somewhere after you die, and that could also be a beautiful thing if you go into a beautiful place. For people who are very spiritual, death is like a beautiful thing. So, yeah.
basically, death is beautiful because people are celebrating you more. Like, you know, after you die, like, who was there for you, like, at your funeral, or you, like, tend to, like, find out things that you, like, didn't know before, like, probably when you were alive. And you just get to celebrate the fact that, and then you get to see who all really cares about you and just things like that.
How is death beautiful?
Death beautiful. I feel like death is beautiful because it's a part of life. Like, I mean, everybody's going to die. And, like, when somebody's life ends, hopefully, I feel like death is supposed to be beautiful. So when someone's life ends, it's like they did all that they were supposed to do or that they could do on earth, and it's like a celebration of that. Their time here on earth has ended, but while they were here, hopefully they did good things. I also think that death is beautiful because what I believe is that if you're good on earth, it's beautiful because usually in the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm, there's heaven afterwards. So I feel like as if heaven is beautiful. So I just think death is a part of life. Like, it shouldn't be mourned over. It should just be celebrated.
Death is not beautiful because it's sad.
So how is death ugly?
Death is ugly because if one of your loved ones die, and then you'll be sad.
Like, are you getting the big picture, or are you just scratching the surface? That death is ugly.
I think death in itself is ugly. The fact that it has to happen is pretty ugly, but the beauty comes when all that negativity later blooms into, you know, something positive.
It can, depending on how you die. Like, if somebody just died of cancer versus somebody got shot, of course the theory there would be different. So depending on, actually, I changed that. I don't think death can be ugly because depending on if they're here or not, if they're not here, then there's nothing you can do about certain things. Like, if you want to find out certain information, or even if, like, you just want to, or even if you just want closure, sometimes you just have to let things rest and you just have to let things stay the way they are.
In the wrong way. If they don't die by like natural causes, or like, you know how people get really old and it's like, okay, well, they're really old. But if like somebody got shot, or like, you know, in horrible situations, then it's less beautiful. But you try your best to make it beautiful, I guess. To celebrate that person's life instead of mourning over them. Because I doubt that person would want you to mourn over them.